as artist SEAK Claus Winkler. I'm doing an art video, and I don't know where I'm going with this and what I will say and what I will do. So let's go on a journey and see what I will say. I have no idea what I'm doing here. This is an art performance as well as an art piece itself. And what you're seeing is not jackass, it's my style. It's the SEAK style. Or the miniatures, because usually I paint this in large on walls. But here it's sketches. And then it's on this is how it looks on canvas. On canvas as well as on paper. All paintings from two sides. And there you see it also on canvas. But there's the word ich, which means like the German word for I. Me, I is like, this is a German word for it. And then here you have some sketches, sketching my SEAK style. Yes, the K, I have different versions of the K. I hope you're enjoying it. I painted this all around the world, inspired lots of generations of graph writers all around the world. From the 90s on, late 90s. I had fans, followers, haters, everybody. You know the story. I'm freestyling this video, seeing where it goes and trying to give some value. Maybe I will come up with some fun facts. For example, that my work, that I'm mixing spray can with marker and with brush and all kinds of other techniques. That I painted in lots of large cities all around the world, legal and illegal, and that my work inspired all kinds of people, especially on the subliminal way. Sometimes you don't know if I was inspired by the universe or I nudged the universe. But this is also, other artists also are happening or just conscious about this, I guess. So it's not just me. It's like you put like letters into life. Like each letter is like has a personality, similar to a car or a certain vehicle or play toy vehicle or anything. And I mean not toy in a disrespectful way, like in graffiti. People are using the word toy for people who are beginners and do wrong things and bad things or doesn't know how to behave. I mean this in a way of like a small scale model or like a small object which is like a playful variant of, or like a variant of something which is there in real life too, and which can transport the character of the thing or the object or the, whatever that is. So, and I like to play with 3D effects, of course, and with form. This is probably a reflection of my ancestors. I come from engineers and soldiers and farmers and hat makers and teachers, rural farm women, everything. I mean, so this is all in our DNA, and it shows in the painting. Art has its own wisdom. So these are sketches for walls, for possible future walls. I mean, that's just one lifestyle. Oh no, that's just one life and so many options. So I can talk about that I spent the last 26 years way too much here in the studio, sketching and drawing and painting instead of living But painting all these walls is one thing. The other thing is that someone also, in that case me, also have to paint those canvases. That's always a decision, what should I give priority? And also where's an interest? I financed a lot of my wall paintings in the 90s and beginning 2000s, or in most cases I financed most of these typical SEAK style wall paintings on my own. So self-reliant. Yeah. This is a color sketch of a K. For me, it's very unusual to make color sketches because it's a waste of time, because I rather paint like a canvas or something. So when I'm sketching, or I never use an eraser, I just use it freestyle, using every line, not caring about that something is there, training confidence and being okay with what is there. Yeah, I'm always busy. When you're an artist, you're always busy and you always have something to do. And you're never finished, it's also with paintings. Here, yes, it's finished. Okay, it is. Not on the backside, of course. What it is in a way. Here, it's after it was framed, proper framed, from both sides, painted and also framed, visible and everything, and photographed, it was finished. This here's the same. I still have to dig into my own past to see how I can manage it mentally, that I can say a painting is really finished. Because I guess that's like, paintings are getting desperated or neglected or, I don't know, abandoned. Abandoned is the right word, because you can always keep on keeping on. It's like an endless process. And this is not a quote from me, it's from someone else. I don't know from whom. It's common knowledge. So I guess, yeah. So if I have a project and I paint for you, I'll probably paint too long. Unless you stifle me in budget, then I might be a bit faster. But I also like that, because I also like sometimes, I would love to just paint something in one color in a very reduced style. This could look much more interesting than doing something in full color. Here this S looks like a character of Donald Trump. It's like, but even though I reckoned it, I couldn't stop. Yeah, and yes, by the way, Trump is controlled, the same as Biden, from people with tiny heads. So the Americans who are awake, I know this, and they know they have no political representation. It's called the two-junior party system. And I hope we have here in Europe different situations, but yeah, I'm afraid we have here a similar situation. They're just hiding it a little bit better. Yeah, and everybody who wants something different gets Charlie Kirked, I guess. So yeah, there's different variants of my style. Wherever I'm playing all kinds of things, being like non-outcome dependent. That's the best thing, because then you can try new things, and there's like so many options here. So many wall paintings. Even when I would work with assistants, it's ridiculous. Maybe some billionaire is forcing me with budget and infrastructure into painting my SEAK styles all around the world. Then it takes also energy, on the other hand, it would do me good because I'm way too fat. But I'm on a path to slimming myself down. No, not with Ozempic. I'm doing it natural with protein and low carb. And I have to carry lots of canvases here in the house in different rooms. I'm rearranging myself and optimizing myself. So I'm sweating. Today I had to sit in the cellar to cool down because I was so full. I was so heated up and sweating from carrying canvases. This looks like those things like little children had in the past centuries, like a little, like a horse stick with a horse face or something, but it's like an S. copic marker sketches. It is like I could make like here different variants from the SEAK styles. Yeah, this is like, I don't know, traveling within my book in the world and imagining things I've never painted, because I must work in the studio, so yeah, it's never enough, so this could also be like wall paintings or anything. Yeah, I'm doing everything on my own, that's why it takes so long, and yeah, so everything is authentic. It's so authentic that people can't handle the authenticity. It's too much for them, I guess. I don't know. It's like also this crazy case. Yeah. Anyways, so let's talk about the past. Maybe then I come fun facts about me. My letters can go in all kinds of directions. It shows my appreciation for all kinds of forms, technical forms, mechanical forms, from all connotations, from uniforms, from military, sci-fi. Each form or character or letter is like its own character, which is its own expression and suggestion of something. And I just know parts of it, and that's what's conscious to me. And there are lots of parts hidden which are unconscious. For example, I had an NLP salesman buddy who was also like really good in being a pickup artist. That was before there was something called like the Red Pill Manosphere or something in the 2007, 8, 6 time, something like that. And he says it says the word SEAK, SEAK, but he saw like the German word for love, Liebe, which is like Liebe. In Germany, you would have the word lie and the word be. So yeah, and that's like the crazy part when you compare languages and the words hidden in other languages. This is a painting, I guess, from 2007 or 2011 or something. It's painted from both sides. And the back side is more oil. And here is, it's from 2003. And I had a request. It was a time where I did like lots of limited edition projects. And I was like Levi's, in that time area. And Eastpak. And also I had like contacts with Nike and with Adidas and all kinds of clothing brands, and then we did like a series with a limited edition backpack, and I wanted to do this, but they have chosen like a more popular, more brighter color backpack design or painting I did, and used that, so that became never a backpack, but still it's a beautiful painting because it's so decent and the colors and so subtle, mature. And it has like a medieval touch. Also with the top parts from the A's, it looks like little medieval hats people had on within medieval times in Germany or in Europe in the cities. The letters or the forms here, they can look in all kinds of directions as usual, but they say the word SEAK. I could technically, if someone wanted to have a painting from me, I have like lots of pieces which are in progress since 2010 or 11 from two sides, and I can then develop those paintings into a custom painting, if you will, with maybe another word or another theme. But new small paintings, just in the future, paintings in this size. I would start maybe new paintings, but I also have to continue the paintings I'm already having here, or maybe paintings in that size and larger. But this is not really large; it just looks large in a small room like this. This is the style I'm most known for. Yeah, like this style. Like if you, yeah, I mean, so like this is like what other graffiti artists or writers, or what you want to call them, know from me, or the people who know me know this style. And this here is more like this. It means the German word "ich" means like me or I am or I. This is more blatant. I also have a few paintings which go into that direction. And I'm supposed to plan to paint more paintings like this, but yeah, I'm kind of stuck with painting all these small and medium paintings, which are work in progress. But these paintings here are all finished. And usually when people ask me for buying a painting, I'm starting a conversation with them, and they're reaching out to me. And then so far, everybody who connected with me, I kind of came up with a solution for them. Somehow, which was for everybody interesting or positive. In the last videos, I also talked about how my lifestyle is or was in the last years. I mean, since circa 2 to 4 years, I'm fully awakened to the activities of certain people, which can't be mentioned here, as well as what's going on in Europe with what they have in mind for Europe. But before that, I was pretty much just living here very alone. I mean, I'm still do in a way. Just listening to audiobooks, having low to no money on budget. Like in parts I lived with 20 to 50 euros a week for food, which is like almost nothing. Because I was too prideful to take EBT or anything. And then I painted, and with the rest paint over the paint I had here, and did lots of detail work and rotation. So I was like very busy, and I was completely productivity obsessed. So I took the fact that I didn't have any money for food, I couldn't even finance like a ride with the tram into the city, because my budget was so tight. So I also had no internet or nothing. I just had to download internet from somewhere. When I was there, ordering a coffee in some globalist shop, and then I was like downloading some internet podcast videos for watching during the week. Yeah, and I was obsessed with productivity and efficiency, so I painted like all the time here in the studio, and like listening to audiobooks, and then later YouTube videos, useful stuff, escapism stuff, historic stuff, creating my own little bubble. And being productive, like 12 hours a day painting for a couple of years, or 10 years, 15 years. That was my aim, maxing my productivity. I was already pissed when I had to go to a supermarket to get food. I used that to think about colors, color combinations, color psychology, also in the supermarket, like really becoming like a hyper survival mode monster on producing painting. In the good times I bought like enough all kinds of colors and materials, so when I had no money I had enough material here to work, plus I got support from the locals here in my village. Became like color donations and all kinds of colors and paint and black and everything, donations for painting. The support, but not for food or anything, which is like maybe I was too prideful to talk about or something. When I was like super low on money, I have like photos where I was like collecting and counting the potatoes for each day, so I had like enough calories. Because from a long time my main concern was that I'm full during the day and not being hungry, because then I can't focus. So and that was like it's crazy. So it forms a character, and it makes you hard, and that is good. So being productive, creative. And I also painted I come from the spray can. Before the spray can I was like drawing and sketching, and when I was a child or a small child in kindergarten I was also drawing and brushing and stuff. But like the major large steps where I became recognition were like with the spray can. So for me it was also interesting to force myself into working with other techniques, with oil, with acrylics, with marker, with all kinds of techniques. Also painting a lot with fingers. So I did like many years I didn't really paint it with brush, but I painted everything with finger or with textile pieces on the finger. So just in the recent years I painted a lot with brush, and I kind of like became fed up with using those markers like I used here. And I stopped painting with markers, I think, after 2019. This was one of the last paintings where I used markers. And after that, I kind of forced myself to paint more with, if I do something small or detailed, or the details in the details, I'm doing it with brush and with scale model brush. But maybe in the future I will also use marker again, it depends. Yeah, and all these forms, they say basically SEAK. But I also would also paint other letters or other words, I mean. Yeah, so you can Google me, you can deep search me, and there's like lots of variants of the word SEAK, SEAK 1, SEAK, SEAK CNS, checking new skills, SEAK, checking new skills in my crew, SEAK Evil Sons, SEAK DF Demented Freaks, SEAK SIN Strange in Numbers, so many, SEAK GBF Gummibärchenfront from Frankfurt. All kinds of crew names, Evil Sons, ES, GBF, CNS, I forgot anybody. Yeah, it's like graffiti crews. So I'm a lot in graffiti magazines and books. I have lots of references. These are some references collected over the years. This is just some. I have in the cellar, I have more in my archive. Also posters and events where I was and references and everything. This is like my belt buckle. I also had belt buckles, like a hip-hop graffiti tradition. I also have a ring somewhere, like a gold ring in New York with my name on it, SEAK. Yeah. Like lots of interviews, and always love interviews and stuff like that. So if you want to feature me, feel free. I don't bite. I'm trying to not talk about social dynamics and politics and what's going on. But these days, we have to wake up everybody, because white people are a global minority of 7 to 8%. So we're at the brink of extinction. And I also must make lots of white children, or German children. Yeah, which then would take away time from painting. But on the other hand, they can then grow up seeing me painting, which is also good. Yeah, but it's a whole nother topic. But there's also an interpretation. The word SEAK sounds like Sieg in Germany, which means like victory. But also like the English word for sick in terms of something is like sick in terms of illness, liberalism, pendulum to the left. Or sick in terms of, yo, that's sick, bro. Like, wow, that's a sick design. Wow, it's a sick piece, la-di-da-di-da. Like a positive connotation, like, oh, this is so crass, wow, awesome. Yeah. It's like, so my name is like on that frequency, and it triggers everything at the same moment. So it depending on where you're coming from, it creates interesting quadruple meaning connotations, plus it has an amplifying or very an effect on making people stimulated in an intimate sexual way, which is funny when you talk, or crazy when you talk with people about serious topics or anything, or maybe waking up or anything. I mean, I had like an appointment with the political police where they interrogated me. Yes. And then I was like talking with them, and it became like a crazy funny flirt situation, because when I talk and Claus Winkler, it also triggers like some kind of like dropping the soap energy, or like making a cream pie and wanting to eat it also on my own, while like others doing the cream pie. It's like completely like sexual escalation and breakthrough in all kinds of directions, while keeping on delivering, which creates situations with my art that when people talk about something, this is always then one elephant in the room, which can, hey, just get over it, you know, or not get over it, but this is how it is. But it's just one perception of art and how art is working, you know. All my paintings are painted from two sides. And these are all miniatures compared to what I'm painting on the wall in large. Yeah, and enjoy my videos here. Thank you for your support and your attention. See you in the next video.